It is time for What's Hot. We talk about the stories that have all of us talking.
Joining us today, Rochelle Fritsch. She's a blogger for MilwaukeeMoms.com, and our old buddy Jeff Wagner is where he belongs, in a little box in the newsroom. Okay, it's not uncommon for kids to get in a little bit of a scuffle on the school bus, but one middle school student used the stand your ground law to get his conviction tossed out.
He was charged with battery after getting into a fight, but he convinced a court he should have the right to defend himself. Should stand your ground law apply to school bus fights?
This is an interesting question.
It is.
You know, with all the controversy that's around the stand your ground law, I never thought it would come down to a school and a middle schooler and a fight on a bus. To me, you know what? If there's room in the law to allow it, then fine. Why shouldn't he? But I think it points to the fact that with this law, there's got to be a lot of clarity that's made. When should it be used? When it shouldn't be used? To me, this is kind of extreme.
Well, see, I think, though, that this is just another version of self-defense. If you've got a situation where you've got a kid on a bus who's being picked on by somebody else, I don't think that child loses his or her right to defend themselves. And I don't think you have to cower. I don't think you have to retreat. In this particular case, it was a girl who was at least allegedly picking on the boy. She was hitting him. He responded by hitting her. He ended up getting charged. Well, okay, bullying is bullying if we're concerned about bullying.
But the Dean of Discipline is a little bit different than the Department of Justice. I mean, at school, you two were fighting, all right, you're both suspended.
Right.
Well, no, Mr. Assistant Principal, I was standing my ground because he came at me. I mean, is this what we're coming to, where that's going to be used as a defense?
Because that's going to make it really tricky
really
when
tough.
it comes to breaking up school.
How can you punish a kid
School
then?
fighting, playground fights.
Yeah, but see, what happened here was, it wasn't just the school tried to suspend the kid. What happened was they charged the kid criminally, you know, with getting involved in the assault, which I think is actually kind of silly, too. I don't think this is going to take schools' ability to discipline kids away. I think it will, though, protect kids from getting charged criminally when all they're doing is defending themselves.
But like Rochelle pointed out, does this maybe show or illustrate how the law is flawed? The stand your ground law?
Well, I don't know. Is it a flaw, though? I mean, is somebody being able to defend themselves, is that really a flaw? I mean, you know, Courtney, when your child's in school, old enough to go to school, he's getting beaten up on a school bus. Don't you want him to be able to fight back without having to worry about repercussions?
Well, sure.
I do, but I was just raising the question because she pointed that out.
But do you need a law that gives you the automatic benefit of the doubt out of the gate? Shouldn't you have to prove that you did what you did because you had no other choice other than giving you the benefit of the doubt automatically?
I just think we're taking this all really, really far. It should be as simple as somebody was picking on me, I stood up for myself, and the school ought to be able to say you were both fighting, I don't care who started it, and you're both suspended. I don't understand why we need to use up court time to talk about middle schoolers in a fight on a bus.
Because that's been happening for ages.
Yes.
Maybe not on the bus, but on the playground.
Exactly.
It's because we live in a litigious society these days.
That's the problem.
Counselor, right?
Too many lawyers chasing too few cases. But this was the DA that brought the charges.
Right. All right, coming up next. Ever wanted to bring some beer on your...
Jesse.
Now more of What's Hot. Again, we are joined by Rochelle Fritsch and Jeff Wagner from Newsradio 620 WTMJ.
Well, many women are now deciding to give up birth control pills. Seems like there's a little movement going on. They believe the contraceptives alter women and their experience of the world. The question is, should women give up the pill? My answer
Jeff, are we going to
is-
sit on our hands for the next 2 minutes here?
Yeah, that's
My answer is I really don't care what you do. It's a personal choice.
I'm with Courtney. I mean, who's going to say yes? Yes, all of you should. Give up the pills, give them up now. Case closed. It doesn't work. It's a personal decision.
You know, the pill is hormones, though. I mean, are people being
Yeah.
more conscious about what they're putting in their bodies?
I don't know that that's what they're... I think maybe they just feel it's altered them in some way.
Well, that's because you're stuffing your body with hormones.
Well, and it is supposed to do that. I mean, to me, it's an interesting line of thought. How, you know, are you as more attracted to your partner? Are you not when you're on or when you're off? And how do you blend with nature and experience life? It's all very interesting. But you know what? Make your own decision.
Jeff, how do you blend with nature?
See, every once in a while, we have these topics where I recognize that nothing good can come from me weighing in.
Right.
This is one of those topics.
So let's go to topic 3.
Got it.
Okay.
We all know how much Wisconsinites love their beer. You know, we could do a segment. We have done segments on beer.
Yes.
But what if you could just add water and have beer? Bringing beer on a camping or hiking trip can be a pain, so Pat's Backcountry Beverages has a Just Add Water beer concentrate. Each packet makes a single 16-ounce pint. Would you try it?
How do you get it really cold, though? Because there's nothing worse
Use really
than a
cold
lukewarm
water.
beer. Yeah, it's not the same.
But you also have to bring along a bottle of like compressed air water things so you can get the sparkle. Look, here's the reality.
Just bring the cooler with the beer.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, I have been drinking beer since, well, it was 18 when that was the legal drinking age. And I have always been able to figure out a way. I've never been so overstuffed with stuff that I couldn't find room for a six-pack of beer.
You take the sixer of Old Milwaukee, you tie a rope around it, and you throw it in the creek, and you let the cold water chill your cans.
See,
down.
that's it. I mean,
that's a man solution.
Wow.
Right there.
Would the astronauts have taken Tang if they had a choice? I mean, it's the same type of thing. I mean, Tang is fine, but if I've got the choice between those real cans of beer, I'm going the real cans of beer.
They make it sound appetizing, but my question is it similar to the MREs, meals ready to eat, where, you know, the description is, oh, you got lasagna, and it doesn't really taste like that.
You know, MREs are actually pretty good. I won't let you diss them.
Some of them are.
I've not had
Some of
either.
Avoid the ham steak if you can when you're eating an MRE.
I know people who've been in the service that might argue with you on that because they
I've
eat
eaten
them a
enough.
lot.
Well, they had to eat them every day, and for me, it was a novelty.
How
so.
did this conversation go here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought we were going to stick with beer.
Trying to
Now they're
fill
all
time.
talking
We've
about
got a
ham
minute left.
MREs.
Yeah,
No.
that second topic was a bit of a clunker, so we have a little bit of excess here at the end.
But it does. It's kind of the same concept, you know.
Well, I thought it was like those soda machine makers. I wasn't real surprised that they came out with them because now you can make the soda at home and everything else. So I think beer is the next incarnation. Will the craft beer people, because it seems to be geared towards them, latch on to it? Because they're kind of a finicky bunch. So I don't know.
Think?
Just a tad. Am I stepping on toes?
No. But I mean, your point is good because the folks that are in the craft beer, they have some very, very specialty tastes and things like that. I just can't believe you're going to get it from a packet that you dump your own water in. I'm sorry, I'm enough of a traditionalist. I'll take my
People will
Miller
try
Lite.
it
I would
to
try it as a
see,
novelty.
but I don't
There
think
it
it'll
is.
catch on.
All right. We're going to leave it there. Taking a quick break. We will be right back.